What is up, everybody? Good evening, wherever you're at. Shout out to everybody. Make sure as you're coming in the chat, shout out where you from, age, sex, gender, whatever you want to call it. Put it in the chat below. You have now tuned in for another episode of the Cuffin' Reasons, episode 10. I know y'all been waiting. Here we are. So shout out to everybody tuning in tonight. I appreciate y'all rocking with me. As usual, a few housekeeping rules. Make sure you guys hit that like button and hit that subscribe button one time for the algorithm before we bring in our incredible special guest for tonight. You guys see the thumbnail, so y'all might already know her, from all around the globe, from television, from YouTube, things like that. But we just gonna get right into it and find out a little bit more about this young lady. Not too much of an interrogation, but with that being said, man, we're gonna get right into it kind of earlier than usual tonight, but y'all see what time it is, man. So go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button. Shout out where you from. Mods, do your thing. So without further ado, let's go ahead and bring in this beautiful young lady this evening. Let's do it. Alexia, how are you this evening? What's happening? Talk to me.
Long work day. I'm okay.
Long work day. Where you calling in from?
Marietta, Georgia, Smyrna, Georgia, ATL, but Marietta.
Shout out to ATL. So it's ATL because people have been correcting me lately. Is that something that, because they say you shouldn't say ATL? Are you originally from Atlanta?
So I was born in Jacksonville, Florida, but I moved up here
Okay.
when I was 7, so I claim Jacksonville really. But then they'd be like, "Oh, you didn't grow up there." It's okay, Marietta.
Yeah. But it's safe to say I can use we can use ATL though.
Yeah, you can. Well, say
Yeah,
Marietta. I want Marietta.
I know. I know it very. Yeah, smart area you talking about. I was just talking to my homie of mine just right before we got on the line here. So people's like, you don't say ATL. That I'm just like, I never knew you couldn't say that, but it is what it is. So you're calling in from Atlanta, but originally from Jacksonville, but you've been there obviously since elementary. So safe to say, why wouldn't you be able to claim it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Atlanta, how long? So you've been in Atlanta? Have you been in Atlanta like your whole life since then, or have you moved around?
Yeah, so I was here since I was 7. Then when I went and played college ball, I was in Albany, Georgia, still Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And then after I went overseas for 6 years. So I just got back home from overseas 5 years ago from playing professional basketball.
And how old are you?
I'm 35, no kids.
30. She got straight to the point. 35, no kids. Facts. Why you just threw that out there? Why you said 35, no
Hey,
kids?
I'm just letting you know, 35, no kids.
Hey, for promotional use only. I understand. Yeah. So 6 years overseas. So you were 5 years ago you spent 6 years overseas. So you left like what, right after college? You spent your early 20s overseas?
Graduated 2010. I did 5 years in college because I went to Gardner Webb my first year. But I did 4 years at Albany State, played semi-pro in Savannah 2010. 2011, I went overseas.
So where all you been at? Where all you played at overseas?
Well, how I got overseas was being on the Atlanta Dream practice team after I came from Savannah. But I went to Romania. I was there 4 years. I was in Belgium, Serbia, and Mexico. So 4 years, most of the time in Romania, but the other places in between.
So you've been in Europe most of your career, and you spent some time in Mexico.
Yep.
Was that your last place you played at? Was it Mexico?
Last place I played it is where I started, Romania.
Oh, right. Okay, so you started in the same place.
Yep.
Okay, dope. So 35 and back in Atlanta. What made you come back to Atlanta? Just because you're from there?
Yeah, I wanted to come back home. All my friends were getting married, having kids or whatever. And at the time I was dealing with someone. So that was kind of like part of the reason. But I mean, this is home for me. I don't see myself living nowhere else.
So the person you were seeing, they were from Atlanta?
We're not gonna talk about him.
Okay. All right, say less. Yeah. So dating. So obviously, playing pro ball overseas and things like that. Were you dating overseas, like in the countries you were in, or you just had like did you have like your main squeeze back here in the States, or how was that like?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I played 6 years overseas. I wasn't with that same person as people keep trying to portray 14 years consecutively. I never said
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
I've dated all different types of people, Europeans, Serbians, Romanians, whatever.
Okay.
But I always had someone kind of back home. So, finally when I came home, let's figure this out, boom, boom, boom. But it didn't work out.
So you said people were trying to portray you as what was that?
They were trying to portray as if we were together 14 consecutive years, but I never said that. We
Never said that.
definitely been in tune within 14 years, but yeah.
Got you. So for all y'all watching right now, we'll watch. She clarified that just now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a consistent thing. So get that straight off the table. So have you noticed so obviously your early 20s going over there. Have you noticed a difference between dating European guys and guys in the States?
Absolutely.
What's the difference? What's the difference?
I think because a lot of Europeans, they don't see a lot of black women like that.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about African Americans, stuff like that. Like they
Yeah.
haven't seen a lot of Americans, period.
Mm-hmm.
So when they see a black American, they gravitate towards them. Like it's like a movie for them. So
Yeah.
I feel like they're more romantic, more engaging, and then that's just how I feel. But at the same time, I think that the people I've dealt with in Europe, most of them were athletes and they
Okay.
were doing their thing too. So it was just kind of like, eh. And then when I dated, like a regular person that was Romanian or Serbian, it was just always that thing of me coming back home. So I didn't see that was
Nothing
just going to
serious.
happen.
Nothing serious. Yeah. Just
Mm-hmm.
okay. I can dig that. So do you find them to be more romantic? Is that what you were saying earlier? I don't know if I had caught you
Mm-hmm.
saying that. Is that what you said?
I think at certain points of my career, I felt like Europeans were more engaged with the girl or more in tune with the girl they're dating. But I will say, when I came home, I felt like, just being real, like I miss my my homeness because I don't know. I mean, just being real is nothing like a black man. So
Yeah.
at the end of the day, they're more aggressive, they're more passionate when it comes to that. But it's confusing because when I'm overseas, they know how to treat someone. When I'm
Okay.
home, they know how to treat someone, but they just be with the BS. I feel like the Europeans I've dealt with, it's not more so with the BS unless there's an understanding.
Yeah. Okay. So there's understandings over there too.
Yeah,
Okay.
they'll tell you. They're like, look, I want to be with you. I want a relationship, or whoop, whoop. And
Yeah.
they might do their thing. I just would never know. I've never, I never got that got that idea that whoever I was dealing with was doing something.
Got you.
Whereas in America, don't get me started. Or
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Atlanta, period, because I've dated Americans playing ball too, but
Got
they
you.
were playing ball, so they were doing their thing.
Yeah. 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 So what ideally, I know you say your preference is a black man. Ideally, what are
Mm-mm.
you?
I ain't
I'm
say my
sorry. I
preference.
misquote you. Oh, okay. I thought that's what you said. I'm sorry. Correct me, please. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Yeah, I said there's nothing like a black man,
Okay.
but at the same time, I've dated white guys, I've dated all types of guys, and I think for me, it's not necessarily color. Certain things, comes with that, but it's not
Yeah.
necessarily. I think I'm at the age where I just want to be happy, so I don't necessarily have a preference. Whereas before, it would be like you had to be at least some type of athlete. You had to
Got
do
you.
something. You know what I mean? Now I don't really. It's not about that anymore. It's just about being happy.
Got you. Now on that happiness tip, and I know this is just part of it because obviously that's a personal and that's an internal thing. How would you describe right now at the tender age of 35? How would you describe what would be your ideal man?
Mm.
What are you
Um,
what are you looking for? What would be your ideal man?
someone who's honest, someone who's whatever they're doing, passionate about what they're doing. They don't have to play sports. Someone who actually likes to go work out. And just someone who can just keep a smile on my face at the end of the day. Someone who can be a good partner. Someone who can hold their own. So I'm
Hmm.
not in the stage of, I called it building someone, like we call it building a man.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
ain't got time for that no more. I've done that, did that. I'm over it. I think that if you can at least meet me halfway to the table, I'd just rather be by myself. So
So he can be an average man, quote
Yep.
unquote, for people like to say, like an
He
average
can
dude?
absolutely be an average man. I mean, to be honest, I'd rather take an average man than someone who's in the spotlight because ain't no telling what's going on. So
Hey, don't tell her what's going. I get. Yeah, that's fair enough. Fair
that's
enough.
based off my last situation. So I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. Nah, I'm not laughing. I'm just chuckling a little bit. Okay, okay. So, I mean, that sounds simple enough. It doesn't sound like you asking for a tall order with that.
It don't
But
sound too difficult, do it?
not at all. Not at all. You know what I'm saying? But I heard these streets is vicious. And it sounds like
This
you
is
saying,
Atlanta.
yeah,
Listen, I get upset every day when I talk about it. Like, and I say this all the time. People they try to put they're saying it's their best foot forward when
right.
really it's a lot of manipulation. Sometimes people want to get with you because of who you are, or
Mm,
they might have like now for me, they probably see me on television at this point. They know I know certain people. They know I'm
mm,
around certain crowds. They'll act like they got it all together, then come to find out, not saying you got to be like the best person, but this place they claim they lived at, they actually stay with their homeboy, like stuff that you don't have to lie about. Like if you
right.
got a roommate, cool, have a
Yeah.
roommate. Don't lie about it. Like you don't have to lie and say you stay this or you do this or like. And I feel like the last couple of situations, this is what I know with my friends, even people I've met. Like it's a lot of manipulation out here when we can all do each other one better if we are just honest from up front. Like, look, this is
Indeed.
all I want. Look, I want to date multiple people. Look, I want a relationship. Look, like whatever you really truly want, I feel like you can save a lot of people a headache if you're just honest. But these guys, they don't want to be honest because if they honest and tell a girl, hey, I just want to have sex, they know that girl gonna run. So they gonna tell her what she want to hear. But I just feel like when you give that person the choice and the decision to make it on their own, I mean, we moving somewhere. And now I just kind of just don't even waste my time. If it happens, it happens. If I like someone, cool. Let's see where it goes. But I don't really put too much emphasis on believing what somebody's gonna tell me these days because I didn't seen
Mm,
it all.
you
I didn't
seen
heard it all.
You done heard it all. Yeah. We're gonna get into some of these heard it alls later too, that what you talk about here. So obviously the past we had a few guests on here from Atlanta, so you sound like you right on par with what they're talking about as well. So this gentleman you're describing, sounds simple enough. So is there a height requirement, for the how tall are you, first of all? I'm sorry.
I'm 5'4.5". I think I used to. I don't think I really ever had a height requirement. I mean, I would typically be attracted to the taller ones, but
Right.
nah, I don't think it's. I'm pretty really cut and dry. It's not that hard to. I wouldn't say grab my attention, but it's not that hard to keep my attention.
Oh, that's a good one to keep the attention. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Can he be shorter than you?
Okay, that's the deal breaker for me.
That's
That's what I just never dealt with that. So he can't be shorter than me. I'm
he
sorry, I'm
can't be.
already short.
Why not?
I just
Just out of
can't.
curiosity, why can't he be shorter than you?
No. I just like I want to hold on to something, and if you shorter than me, I'm probably bigger than you. So nah.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So that's fellas. If you less than 5'4", it's not gonna happen, man. So I got
I
it.
don't
Yeah.
know no guy that's less than 5'4" though.
Really?
I don't know
No.
one. Not one.
Oh man. Sheesh. So how about, I know you said you like somebody that works out. So how about weight? What's the weight cap? And
Mm,
I know it comes with height too, but is there like a
I don't think I really have. I've never thought about it like that. But I'm typically attracted to someone who has some type of build. Like you don't have to have a 6-pack. You don't have to have all the muscles in the world. I've dated those, but I
yeah.
think that as long as you're like trying to take care of yourself, like working out. I mean, I've dated linemen, I've dated, big guys, but I don't think it's not that big of a deal of like, weight wise for me.
Yeah, weight wise. Okay, I got you. Yeah, lineman. You said lineman, so yeah, you that says it all right there.
But I've dated wide receivers, I dated quarterback. You know what I'm saying? I'm just making a point. Like I've dated the big men, but I don't think it's really a weight requirement. But I mean, I do want somebody to be a little thick. I don't really
Yeah.
want a skinny guy.
Somebody said plenty of Mexican men under 5'4". Jeez.
Yeah, I don't know where they at because I
Yeah.
don't look for 'em.
I'm talking. I guess when you was in Mexico, you know what I'm saying. So
Oh no, the ones that approached me were all taller than me,
taller than you. Okay, got you. Say less.
and they look good. So I don't know where he from.
Yeah, I feel you. I didn't ask you your sign, Alexia. What's your sign?
I'm a Libra, September 28th,
Oh
1986.
man,
Don't
1980.
say that like it's a bad
No,
thing.
no, 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 no. I was just saying, you just missed all the Virgos be up on here, so you just missed the train. So I feel you. So you're a Libra. So what are you? Like I said, I still need to get on my game. What are you most compatible with? The Libra.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh-huh.
don't know because all the ones I thought I
Scales,
was
right?
compatible. I
It's the
don't know.
it's the scales, right?
I don't even believe in the sign stuff no more because I believe that to a certain extent because the ones I've dated, like when the signs said like attitude or whatever, that all those signs show that they're crazy. So
Damn.
I don't know what I'm compatible to at this point. Who knows?
Sheesh. Yeah. So you just threw all that stuff out the window. You just know this is my sign. I know that, and that's it.
Yeah, I just know how I can only conduct myself. I can't try to figure out somebody else because they be full of ish.
Oh man.
I think
Okay.
at this point right now, I'm just happy with getting to know people. And if something happens, cool. If not, I mean, I ain't no pressure here because I ain't.
Mm.
I don't want it. But if it's someone I really like, I mean, they gonna get that attention from me. Those text messages, come through or
Yeah.
pull up. You know what I'm saying? Or
Yeah.
we go get some drinks at Chicago's Pizza. But
Indeed.
but
Indeed.
that's it.
So you said the average man. So what's that income bracket need to look like? Is there a minimum?
Nah, I would say I've dealt with. Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I've dealt with somebody who made only 10,000 a month. No, sorry, 10,000 for the year. Ten
Yeah.
thousand for the year.
Yeah. But he was holding it down though.
I didn't know he made 10,000 for the year, but he went to the wrong person to file his taxes because she definitely told me, and I was like,
Ooh.
so it made sense though. It made sense like when I was bitching about like how are you behind with the bit, like what makes sense, but I think that as long as you can take care of yourself, as long as you can do your part, whether that be utilities, whatever that part is, I mean, to me, I don't think nobody should be making under 30,000.
Mm. So if you were to put a number, you would say 30.
And that's being nice.
That's being
Cause
nice.
yeah, because I dealt with someone that made 10 and that was crazy. So
Yeah.
30, you better be at least able to pay the utilities. That's all I'm saying.
So bro that was making the 10 was always complaining about making it about paying the bills.
It was always he was behind or he needed help. I was paying like at that point everything.
Wow, y'all was living together? Damn, man, you was okay. Wow. Anyway, yeah. Cause I'm like, how do you? I was like about to say, how you know all that? But yeah, you had to be living with him to know
Well,
all that.
no, but you gotta remember too, this is Atlanta, so whatever else he might have been doing, it might not have been, you know, taxes
Understood.
or something.
Yeah, yeah.
But what I'm saying is when we started to have those problems, and I was just like, you know what? Like I was with you long enough, like I don't think it's gonna work.
It's not gonna work.
Mm-mm.
We must respectfully part ways at this time.
Absolutely.
You you know what I'm saying? So I already asked you. So what are some deal breakers other than we just discussed a few things that immediately come to your mind when we talking about a man that would be in your life? What are some deal breakers? I think I know one, but go ahead.
Oh, tell me one.
I mean, I think you already alluded to it. Infidelity. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
But
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely. You feel like you gotta go screw around, go on about your business.
right.
My thing is this: we can be together, and I can want you not to cheat so bad. I can want you to be so faithful, but at
Mm-hmm.
the end of the day, you gonna do what you gonna do,
Right.
regardless if I know or not, right? So I guess I hate to say it like this, but a deal breaker for me is like cheating. But at the same time, if you're doing some stuff, you bet not let me get a hold of it
Uh,
because it's gonna go crazy. I mean, we all want the best for everybody. I want the best for myself, but I mean, I just feel like if you got to do that, just go on about your business. Like I don't need to be nobody's side piece, or nobody needs to be somebody else's side piece or some extra. I ain't got time for it
yeah.
because I require too much. At the end of the day, I hold down my fort. I expect you to do the same thing. You ain't never gotta worry about me when it comes to cheating. I don't even believe in cheating.
Right.
I'd rather just leave you.
Rather leave.
Mm-hmm.
What else though? So we got the infidelity. What else is some deal breakers for you?
A deal breaker if you're not working. I don't care what that is. You can go be the best Uber driver you can be.
Yeah.
But if you're not working, don't even approach me. Another deal breaker, that's about it. I don't really have too many deal breakers.
Yeah. I don't want to have. Go ahead.
Work. You gotta at least work out.
Yeah. Okay.
That's it.
Have some physical fitness about yourself.
Yeah, it don't mean you gotta work out every day, but you need to care about how you are. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I can dig it. You know, I don't want to go too deep in the files because we will probably be asking like, you know, what else is a deal breaker? What else is a deal breaker? And I'm not trying to go in terms.
I mean, I ain't got too many deal breakers. That's about it.
Yeah. That sounds good, man. Straight into the point. I like that. So I don't like to ask what does somebody bring to the table, but when you're in a relationship with a guy, what can he expect from you?
Faithfulness, loyalty, compassion. I'm real family oriented. I'm aggressive as hell. I'm an alpha. I'm very dominant. So when it comes to that, I'm saying like I'm big on what I say. Like if I feel a certain type of way, it's gonna come out my mouth. Like there's no filter on my mouth when it comes to conversation. But I'm an over communicator. So I think that's big in a relationship. I think you need to know how to communicate. It should never be too many guessings all the time.
For sure.
Yeah.
I got an affirmation for you, Alexia.
What?
Read the screen.
Sis lighting is on for. Is it? Because I can't tell.
Yeah, you was like, oh yeah, does that there goes your affirmation right there. Okay. So we got that down in terms of that, what they can expect, which sounds wholesome and all. So, yeah, sounds wholesome to be honest. So would you, I know you said you're 35, no kids, you said that, but are you looking to have kids in the future for, you know, if a man was looking that got what you was looking to have kids? Or are you just good?
I think at this point I'm absolutely good. I think that it would take the right person for me to change that. To change that, I would have to just really be all the way in love, and they want kids, and because right now I don't trust people. It's too many baby mamas and baby daddies out here. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be somebody's baby mama. You know, so that's always been a big scare for me. I would rather just. I used to want to have a child. I used to want to have kids. I used to want to have the next Lex or the next big sports person. Yeah, I say that. Or the next LeBron, as I would say. But I don't know. It's for one, it's scary bringing someone into this world right now. It's so much going on. For two, it's just, I don't know. I haven't ran across the right person. I ran across somebody that I think would be a good candidate, but I got to see what happens there. So we'll see.
But for your husband, though?
Oh, if I'm married, whatever he wants. But I don't see marriage either, so I don't.
You don't see marriage? Okay, yeah, I was gonna get into that. Okay, wow.
I don't see marriage. Not for me. Not right now. No, I don't see that no more. I used to.
Ain't no judgment here. I mean, this is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? You're asking, you know, because marriage ain't for everybody at the end of the day. So for sure.
Yeah, I just think for me, like I said, it's gonna take the right one. Right. Because I've been pressured to marry before, and I'm like, well, you know, like my last situation, wanted kids, but he wanted to have kids first before marriage. Where I'm like, that's backwards. You already have damn near 5-6 kids that you know of. You know, I would rather get married first and then have kids because I don't want to fall in that degree of what your baby mamas are. You know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, likewise for a man has more rights as a father when he's married anyway, as opposed to not too much more, but when you're married, you have more rights than if you were just a baby daddy. So for sure. So you feel that way about marriage. What about? I'm just asking for clarification. Do you feel that same way about monogamy? Like you got hit by lightning just now.
I just think that whatever you choose to do with your life.
I'm talking about you.
What's the question again?
So you said you're not sure if marriage would be in the cards. In terms of that, kids. You said if marriage was in the cards, you'd have kids. But what about monogamy? Just being with just one person.
No. I said that. I wouldn't mind with just being with one person.
Okay.
But knowing me, if I'm with one person and I'm with one person, I'm gonna really like them, and then that leads to marriage and everything else. But like right now,
Mm-hmm.
like right now, I don't even know.
Is it because you're jaded, Alexia? Is it because you're jaded? Is that why you're talking? And I'm just asking this because when you keep saying right now where you're at in life, is it because of what has transpired in the past few years is why you feel that way? Or
I feel like that I'm starting to see people for who they are, period. Besides like being in a relationship, friends. I see, I just feel like these times right now, everybody got an angle with something. It's hard to have genuine people around, and when you find them, keep them around. So I don't want to say that there's not a genuine person around me because that would be a lie.
right.
But someone that I actually am attracted to, I'm attracted to a few different people.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't give everybody my time. And I think because of my last couple of situations, all the time I've given, I think now I'm more guarded with my time.
Gotcha.
If I actually reach out to you and try to hang and try to kick it, I must like you somewhere. I must want to try to get to know you. But if I don't feel like it's reciprocated, or if I feel like it's reciprocated, but I'm trying to still figure out some things, I'm just more so on the taking my time. Does that make sense? Like I'm more so on taking my time until somebody can change, how I feel, because right now I don't feel like there's a relationship for me. Does that make sense? I don't feel like I need to be dating someone right now. I feel like I need to be focused on my business, on my job, and I feel like the person who I might like, if that's shown more vividly to me, then I will, pursue it. But other than that, I'm not about to dive in it and try to figure it out anymore.
So
I feel like somebody like you, they're gonna tell you.
So they have to prove themselves to you, basically.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Because you can tell me all day you like me. I hear that all the time, but I feel like you just got to show up, if that makes sense. You got to show up for me more without me asking, so.
But as you said, because I have a theory as well as other men have a theory. If you over pursued and you turn a woman off, but you said that you're in the reciprocation, I'm assuming is what you're saying earlier. Because it's like sometimes you can show a woman you're into her all day long, and sometimes it may push her away. But like I guess from what you said earlier, you're into, hey, let's hang out, hey, let's chill, let's talk, let's text and so on and so forth. But you just feel like he has to be putting in that the work just to show that he's not fickle and he's not just, hey, I just want to hit you up whenever I just want something from you, for lack of a better term.
Right.
Play around with you.
Right.
Is what I'm trying to understand. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, just from what I'm gathering from what you're saying right now. Okay. Just for clarification, I hope that clears up stuff in the chat as well for people, that were asking. So we got that. You're focused at this point because of the situation. What are your thoughts with that being said for the right person? What are your thoughts on submission?
I think just how I am, people need to try to get back to the old dating style. Like, you want to go on a date, go pick up the girl, have a few drinks, go to the movie, something like that.
Okay.
Or, even back in the day, Netflix and chill and just really chill instead of just smashing, like it needs to get back to the old school dating instead of the sending the Uber for the girl, or instead of the getting numbers. Like, I don't.
I mean, like in a relationship, like if we're in a relationship and you know how people take submission as, well, nowadays they look at submission as almost as if slavery, like a slavery term in a relationship, like you're trying to run over a woman, so to speak. In a relationship, you hear the term give and take. As far as a woman or potentially a wife in the future, how do you see that in terms of submitting to your significant other or submitting to your husband? Do you think that that's something that because you said you used alpha earlier, so that's why I'm asking you that. You know what I mean? Use the term alpha. What's your thoughts on submission to a husband or a potential love interest?
I think that's easy. I think once again it's never me. I'm not the problem.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
not the problem with submitting. I think I over submit, if that makes sense, because I
Okay.
always try to cater to my partner.
Okay.
So submission for me is a great teammate. I'm a great teammate. I just
Mm,
need to get the right teammate with me. I don't need a coach. I need to be the point guard. You can be the two guard. You can shoot all the shots you want, you know?
yeah.
I need to be the point guard. I don't need a coach telling me what to do. We need to be great teammates so, we can get this ship. Otherwise, I need to go trade you, go get a new franchise player. So
Yeah. Right.
that's how
All
it
right.
works.
I like that analogy right there. Yeah. So, what's your thoughts on intimacy? And when I say intimacy, are you like when you're in a relationship with someone, you just said the whole submission part, are you like more of a hands off type person? Are you a lovey dovey type person? Are you what? How are you engaging with your partner and when it comes to intimacy?
I'm probably the lovey dovey. I'm watching romance movies. Let's watch a movie together. Probably
Okay.
sick of it. Like, I'm hands on.
Mm,
Yeah, I show my partner affection. The only time I probably, get a little distant is if I'm aggravated from work. But I, want to come home and that's when I want my partner to cater to me. So yeah,
got you.
I'm a movie. It's a movie over here. So
Do you think now, because you just talked about basketball, and I've been wanting to ask this as well because I heard I forgot who said it. I forgot her name. But do you think that you're stereotyped in a certain way because you play basketball and
absolutely.
masculine? What can you expound on that?
Yeah, I think that because I've played basketball, I think that, a lot of people, we get that persona that most basketball women are bi or
Right.
gay. I don't
Right.
like women at all, not to
Right.
that level. Now it's a difference between, trying things with your partner, but I would not ever date a woman. That doesn't work in my book. Um, and I think that also with women, especially basketball players, we get a bad rep of trying to be the dominant one
Yeah.
when it comes to, and that's not true. Like,
Right.
I think that I'm affectionate. I think that I'm feminine. I think there are times where I am masculine, but that's with all people.
Yeah.
I'm masculine when it's time for me to be masculine. Like when I need to get on the court or when I need to do sales because I'm in
Mhm.
sales, I'm going to be aggressive or the alpha because that's someone who's making their point. I'm never going to be the beta when it comes to a situation like that. I think that when I'm dealing with my partner and it's time for me to be submissive, as you would say, I know when to be like, oh, whatever. I
Yeah.
can be, affectionate too. But I think that for basketball players alone or female basketball players, that we do get the rep of, she's too manly. And
Mm.
why is she too manly? Because I'm open about, how I feel. I communicate. But once again, sports has taught me communication. I was the point guard.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to communicate with everybody. I got to make sure we on the same page. So I'm one of those people that's just an over communicator. And I've learned from the past, like it's best to speak up and not speak because
Right.
that's when more problems come. So I would
Absolutely.
rather, I guess they would say a closed mouth don't get fed. I would rather say what I mean and mean what I say than to assume or guess that you're doing something or that I'm doing something that's not to your liking. Now, I will say, whoever I'm dealing with, if I'm doing something that you feel is too aggressive, speak up. Or if you feel like that I'm trying to take the lead too much, speak up because
Mm.
then I know how to gauge myself because I have that natural trait in me. It's not going nowhere unless you tell me, hey, I need you to come off the bench today. I don't need you to start. I need you to play your role. I need you to be a role player. Like it's just communication.
Have you been told that before though?
Which part?
About you trying to run the ship or you trying to run point,
I feel like
have
when
you been told that?
someone, yeah, I feel like in relationships that
That's what
I've
I'm talking
been
about.
in,
Yeah.
yeah, in relationships I've been in, I feel like sometimes that comes out because if it's something that, they don't agree with,
Right.
They'll flip it and say, you trying to run? Nah, because I still require, a certain candor. And if you don't bring your part to the table, then that's not asking for too much. Like, I don't ask for too much. That's an excuse you're giving me. I'm not trying to run anything. If you can't pay something on time, or if you don't have it, just say that. Don't sit up here and give me excuses.
Yeah.
I think that's where guys are really good at manipulating. But the part that everybody has an issue with when it comes to the relationships I've been in, most of my friends are guys. So
Yeah.
I know the BS.
Right.
Most of my friends play pro. I know all the BS they didn't say, So when it comes to communicating, I can read through BS most of the time. Not all the time. Maybe it takes me a little longer sometimes. Maybe a whole lot longer, depending on how much I like the person.
Right.
Sometimes I might ignore red flags because I like them that much. Yes. I'm like, nah, he didn't mean that. But I don't think no one I've ever like just was in a relationship would have ever just bluntly came out and say, hey, you trying to run a ship, you trying to do this. They'll do it when it comes to certain circumstances.
Okay.
Or my guy I've dated before would be like, hey, I want you to dress up a little more. I'm like, yeah, when you take me out.
Damn.
Take me out when we go somewhere. Or, I mean, what am I getting dressed up to come home to watch you play video games? What am I getting dressed up for? You know what I'm saying? So, but then it's always an issue when I do get dressed up. Who you going to go see? You don't get dressed up for me, or we don't do nothing. So it's kind of like I struggle. Right. When it comes to me, because I have a lot of guy friends. So when I do decide to go out, it's who you going to see, what you doing. You need to be back at a certain time. Like, that's when they want to get aggressive.
Wow. Okay. So, and I'm just asking you this, just a general question. Do you feel that the polarity was often like most of your relationships where the guys weren't like taking the masculine lead or having the masculine, and I'm not saying this that you're being masculine. I'm just asking, the majority of guys that you've had issues with, I'll just put it like that you've had issues with, did they have a masculine frame, or were they kind of like on the
Oh no, they were
passive aggressive?
No, listen, they were masculine. Most of the guys I dealt with were masculine, jealous, insecure, I feel, with certain areas. That's what I feel, because when they'll be masculine and be who they are, but like I said, once I step out, it's like, who you going to see? Like, at first, I think like that jealousy thing is kind of a turn on at first, right. But then when it get irritating, I'm just like, look, now we ain't about to do this every week. It's a turn off at that point.
I was gonna say like the whole masculine and being jealous and all that stuff. I was gonna say that's an oxymoron, but then again, it's not, because you can be masculine and jealous at the same time, but not if you're being hypocritical in terms of that. Like, as you said, like, you're gonna be this way, but you're worrying about what she's doing, but you're not giving her any you're not entertaining her or validating her.
Absolutely,
I guess, if you will. So, real quick, guys, we got the beautiful Alexia here, live from Atlanta, Marietta to be exact. You guys hit that like button. Where we at right now, man? We got 62 likes, man. It should be at 100. Go ahead and run that up to 100 real quick. You know what I'm saying? This beautiful young lady is 35, no kids, giving y'all game live from Put a Ring on It. Season 2. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all can check season 2, right, Alexia?
Yep, season 2.
Season 2. You know what I'm saying? And this is stuff that a lot of people don't want to hear, but you basically just saying that this is the actual. A lot of people are dealing with this same thing that you're talking about. You know what I'm saying? It seems to be an issue that people aren't aware of, whether it be jealousy, insecurity, things like that, which people have to, overcome or work on or communicate. And it seems like from your mouth, you're a communicator, or over communicate, or over submit, as you say, and some things still come about. So I can understand that. You said you're in sales. What do you do in Atlanta? Are you in real estate?
Oh no. So I sell advertisement for golf courses. So
okay.
It's something just different. I cold call and get them to purchase ads to be on scorecards, T signs, ball washers, display boards nationwide.
Got it. So awesome. She's in sales, so I know you do your thing. You got to be a go getter, especially
He all cap. He said I'm all cap.
yeah. We got people. I don't even know I highlighted, but shout out to Average Bro. She if
What
that's
am I all cap about, average
this
bro?
expound on that, Average Bro. We'll get back to you. Say what she's all cap about. We'll get to that.
He don't
Um,
believe me. He don't believe I'll date somebody regular.
yeah, a lot of guys feel like women, which I'm gonna discuss that on a different video. That women just won't give average guys the time of day. You know what I'm saying? And that's
That's
why they have
BS.
a lot.
Because if you do my background check, I have
Yeah,
multiple times,
yeah.
and nothing's wrong with that because I've dated people who are in the spotlight and it's never like the best because they're dealing with. You find out later, maybe not right then, that they're dealing with multiple people. So.
Mm,
And even the regular guys, don't let these boys fool you. They be dealing with multiple people. They just clever about it.
yeah.
So
We call it the art of the Pookie and Ray Ray.
that part,
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
right,
get it how you live.
right.
Okay. Yeah, I don't. I'm not taking because some people think a lot of things are unbelievable when it comes down to it, but it's for some people it's hard to believe. I guess
Mm-hmm.
when you say things like that, oh, she can have any man she wants. She's lying.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? When it comes to stuff like that. So you're in sales out there in Atlanta. I think we covered that. What's the craziest in Atlanta? I'm gonna just say in the States, but more specifically in Atlanta. What's the craziest dating approach somebody's ever did to you in Atlanta? Like just approaching you.
Mm,
I don't even want to say dating, but what's the craziest way somebody approached you in Atlanta?
I'm gonna say the craziest thing, but I mean, I could say like today, it was weird. I went to go pick up my truck from getting some things done to it,
Yeah.
and I had to go up a hill to get my truck because it was parked on the top of the hill. The guy followed me all the way to the hill. I locked myself in the truck and I said, "Hey, can I help you?" He was
Hmm.
like, "Yeah, just you're beautiful. I want to talk to you." And I said I got a boyfriend, so he would leave me alone.
Yeah.
And he was like, I mean, but that don't mean we can't be friends. And he just kept knocking on the window. And I said, no, 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 I gotta go. That was probably the wildest thing that's happened. But
Yeah.
other than that, it's been pretty normal. Or maybe somebody gives an excuse of how they know me,
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
decided
Yeah.
my DM to strike a conversation. But
Hey, that's how you got to do it. Yeah. But so how about date? What's the craziest date you've been on out there?
I don't think I've been on no crazy
No
dates.
crazy dates. Okay.
Mm-mm.
Wow, that's lucky. I always hear something about something going on out of these streets. No crazy dates.
I think I wouldn't say now. I think like maybe years ago, like
Yeah,
years ago. This guy, I don't even know if you would call it a date, but he asked me to the movies, so we went to the movies.
that's a date.
And okay,
Yeah.
but then we get to the movies and we getting our tickets, and he sees another girl in the line, don't even know her, she by herself. So he was like, "Hey, me and my girl, my friend, whatever, are going to see this movie. You want to come with us?" So it was all three of us at the movies watching the damn movie.
Oh, so she came with you? She
He didn't
came,
even know. Neither one of us knew her.
but she came. I mean, she came with y'all.
She came with us to the movies, and I was just in the movie like, what the? So like probably 20 minutes before the movie was over, I left, and then he texts me and he goes, "Hey, why'd you leave?" I said, "Are you crazy?" And then later on through the years, we became friends. But I brought it up to him. I was like, "That was corny," and then he
Yeah.
goes, "Well, just being honest, she was by herself," and I felt like I said, "Boy, you sound stupid. Go tell that to somebody else that want to hear it." That was crazy.
Wow. For future reference, fellas, don't ever take a woman to the movies on a date unless you're in a relationship. I think I said that before. That's a no go. You don't
No,
take.
I don't. I think you. Oh, you said to the movies.
Yeah, don't take women
Nah,
on.
I don't think you have to be in a relationship to go to the movies with someone. I
You got
think those are the best dates.
what y'all gonna sit there and watch other people?
Nah, it's just that's that high school stuff. That's
But
when
there's
you
no, but
you
there's no interaction. You know what I'm
no, yes
saying?
it is. Listen, see,
I
you
want
ain't
to hear
player.
this. Yeah, tell me about
You
this.
ain't player. You ain't player. So you get in the
I,
movies, you get under the guy, that's when you get a little touching, then y'all might start making out. That's that high school stuff. You just don't know nothing about it.
yeah, I guess I'm too old, man. I didn't know. Like, that's mode one. I guess I figure on a first date that'll be a little bit too, a little bit too far when I could have just did that in my car. You know what I'm saying? Or something like. Well, I'm gonna wait to get in the movies to make my move. But I understand, Alexia. If you're saying that's cool, I can dig it.
Yep.
Uh,
Absolutely.
this dude is getting at you right here. That respectfully, everybody be using respectfully though.
No, because that's not the truth. Let me tell you why that's not the truth. The man had asked me out on multiple dates. And then finally, when I agreed to go on a date with him, we go on a date, that happens, whatever. Then he calls me, hey, why'd you leave? Then he hits me the next day, hey, can I do a redo? No. What is there a redo for? So how can you not be that into somebody? Then why bother somebody?
Can I get a redo?
Yeah, and I was like, nah. And then we ended up being friends later on. And then he was like, I knew you was gonna bring that up, because I asked him actually a couple of months ago. I was like, why did you ever do that? He's like, well, I really thought that it was nothing wrong with that. And I was like, oh, well, if somebody let you do that, then something wrong with them.
Now, do you believe, which obviously I'm gonna ask this because I think you already said it, but I just want to ask your reason why you feel like men and women can be um,
Friends.
friends, like
Yeah, most of my friends are guys.
yeah,
And
platonic.
there be nothing going on. Absolutely.
And I had somebody in the chat ask this several times.
Yeah, absolutely. And the difference with me is whoever I'm dating, I'm gonna bring them around my male friends, so there's no question
Yeah.
about what's going on. Most of my friends, and I do business with most of my friends, like most of my friends are retired athletes or former athletes or are athletes or whatever, are into something. And I'm like what they call in Atlanta, I'm the plug. Like that's just what it is. I'm the socket.
Okay.
Like what's a plug without a socket? So I bring people together, whether it be building on what they got going on, like I am that. So I absolutely, whoever I'm dating, they can come see my friends and whatever. It's not that big of a deal because ain't nothing going on.
Ain't nothing going on at all.
Yep.
So y'all got your answer. So we hearing that. So question, Alexia. I know we about to wrap up here soon. Have you ever been in love?
Absolutely.
How many times?
Mm,
Yeah.
maybe twice.
Maybe.
Maybe twice.
What's your thoughts on love?
Oh, I have no thoughts on love right
You, got
now.
no you just know?
I just knew I was in love, yeah, because of how I was acting, and I was crying every day when it's just a lot.
It's just a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So you said maybe twice. Do you think that's something that could happen again?
Absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely. So you're not jaded to the point where love is basically like I done basically how Deborah Cox say, put my heart on the lock and key. Was that Deborah Cox?
No. I
Yeah.
believe whatever happens is gonna happen. Let it happen or don't let it happen. So I'm
That's
a
right.
big advocate on let the world do what it do. But I'm also a big advocate on, actually pay attention to those red flags instead of ignoring them now.
Mm. So you're not completely you still open to love and the possibilities, and whatever flows, whatever crashes.
Right.
My man said, "Oh, you wanna shoot your shot?"
What do you say?
Yeah, he's hold on a second, man. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna put it in here. We gonna see what's up real quick. I'm gonna put it. I'm gonna put it in here to see if you bold enough. You know what I'm saying? I just pinned it in there, so it's in the chat, and I'm gonna pin it in here. So it's not completely, out of the it's not completely out of the replace pin chat. There we go. It's not completely out of the question. Love is still there. You're not jaded to that point. Um, nah, it's not me. It's somebody else. I'm sorry, Alexia. I was just responding to the people here in the chat. So love is a possibility, not a hopeless romantic. Whatever flows, flows. Whatever crashes, crashes. So they were asking here,
Mm-hmm.
um, what are your thoughts? Like when you on a date, right? And I ask this I tend to ask this to people. Who do you think should pay when you go on a date?
Ooh, I can't answer that question because look, our my episode that airs, actually my show,
Why you
it's called
can't
The
answer
Reality.
the question?
No, listen, it's called The Reality Table. That whole conversation that you about to ask me is on that of what I think about it.
So
you
y'all
better tune in to the reality table.
Okay, and when is that coming out?
It was supposed to be out tonight, but
yeah,
it's gonna be out in a couple of hours. So all you gotta do is subscribe on YouTube, the reality table. But we talk about expectations and dating and relationships, and then we spoke a little bit about Kevin Samuels.
Okay, so let me ask you this then, which I don't know if this is out of pocket. If a man doesn't pay, is that an issue?
If he doesn't pay what?
If he doesn't pay on the date, and
it depends. That's what we talk about. Like if it's a first date and he asks me out, I absolutely expect him to pay. If it's multiple dates later and you know we're kind of getting to know each other, even maybe the second or third date, if I ask you out, I expect that I'm gonna pay. Like I don't. But if you want to pay, go ahead. But I'm just saying, like, I think a real man, I know it sounds crazy, but I think a real man wouldn't let a woman pay unless they've established some type of relationship. And at that point, it's 50-50. Like, my turn, your turn, whatever.
Average bro, I'm going to need you to show your face. You ready to show your face or you scared? You bold enough to come on here? You going to show your face? You know, I see it. He's here. He's ready to, I guess he's ready to ask you a question. You know what I'm saying? Show your face, bro. I'll let you on, man. We'll see what you're talking about. What's happening, man? Unmute your mic. Talk to me. Man, let's not have no dead air here, man. Come on now.
Hold on, give me 1 second.
Give you 1 second? You in the bathroom?
Nah, man.
You just zipped up your zipper. I heard that.
Oh, I'm already up here. Okay.
Yeah, you up here. I heard you zip your zipper. You in the bathroom?
Nah, man. How you doing, Alexia?
How you doing?
How y'all doing this evening?
Oh, everything's good.
Good. I just have a question for you real quick. I ain't trying to shoot my shot. You know, I think I'm listening to you, and how old are you, by the way, if you don't mind me asking?
35.
35. Okay. So you're a pretty much mature, seasoned young lady, right? Mm-hmm. No offense, you know, but my question is that the energy that I'm receiving from you is like, I hate to say this, but it's like a masculine energy that I'm getting from you, and it's actually a turnoff for a lot of guys. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of guys, like they hear all of this coming from a woman. That's definitely a red flag.
That's great for you, because listen, I don't have no problem getting a man. That's never been my problem.
No, I'm sure you're very beautiful. You know what I'm saying? But you know, locking a man down, that's where it counts. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. Like I don't have a problem. I don't have a. So I think you missed half of the conversation. I don't have a problem with getting a man or locking a man down. It's about.
Are you married?
No. Have I been proposed to 3 different times by 3 different guys?
That doesn't count though. That doesn't matter. So how valuable is the first man proposing to you compared to the last man that proposed to you?
I think you missed. I think you proposed to you. So I think you missed a lot that's transpired in this conversation. I didn't commit or stay with the one guy because he wasn't bringing anything to the table. The next guy cheated on me and hid it, and he did that on national television. Everyone knows about that. It's not a secret. And then anything moving forward, like for me now, it's me taking care of myself and not someone else. So I require more. So if that's a red flag for you, bravo. I don't have an issue with getting guys. If anything, at this point, I've been turning a lot of guys away, especially guys with blue checks. So I think you might want to just do you a little research on me a little bit more, because I require too much. I give a lot. I would give the person my lash or my shirt off my back, you know, so you can hear what you want to hear, but I think you also missed a lot of the conversation for you just to put that masculine title on there. And that's fine. But I think most of the men that I deal with, they like how I am masculine with them. So, but might not work for you, but I don't have a problem with finding.
Well, I mean, you know, I'm a Gen Xer. You know what I'm saying? So I, you know, talk to a lot of guys, a lot of brothers, and we conversate. We had these conversations on the regular in the barbershop, in the gym, and you know, the one thing that we do not attract is or like are women that have masculine energy. And so, just listening
But
to
what do
you
you consider in masculine energy? Because I think that, first of all, this 55 minutes that we've been on.
Just for one, you just interrupted me. That's very masculine.
Wait.
Yeah, and that's fine, but
it's not fine. That's assertive. That's direct. That's masculine.
I think you're single, so
no, I'm not actually. I'm not.
JR, let him go. Please let him go.
I'm not, but I do care about Black people and our community, and we have to put this out here to let you guys know that there are women, such as yourself, is what I'm reading you as being very masculine, assertive, and direct, and that's definitely a turnoff to men of value. So the Pookies and Ray Rays, they'll smash, because you're pretty and you give them an opportunity, give them your number, but at the same time, men of value, respectable men. That's a turnoff.
But once again, average bro, I haven't had any issues with men of value when it comes to me and how I am. Not at all about that. If anything, they're upset that I have a lot of male friends. That's always been my problem.
Yeah. Average bro, we gonna go ahead, agree to disagree at this point.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you, man. You got your thing off, man. Shout out to you for tuning in. You know what I'm saying? And
thanks, y'all.
Hey, we gonna keep it funky, man. Hey, appreciate you, bro.
That's what's up. Hey, and I wish you the best, Alexia. Good luck to you. Take care.
All right, later.
Average bro done lost his damn average mind. Get the hell out of here. And he up here zipping his fly up and stuff. What's wrong with him?
Yeah.
He missed half the conversation. He just jumped in. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Yeah. Hey, Tori, you shooting your shot or what? Don't come over here to if you got a thing here. You shooting your shot? You can nod. I can see you. You shooting your shot? No, you ain't shooting your shot, bro. We in here to debate with Alexia. You either shooting your shot or you not. You know what I'm saying? You're not. All right, then say less. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because this gonna be everybody coming up here. Yeah, we're not challenging. This isn't that type of show, guys.
Right.
This is
I think he wanted to be Kevin.
This isn't a show to debate with a woman. I thought Average Bro was gonna shoot his shot. That's why I let him on here, to see what he had. If you're not here to shoot your shot, man, don't even call in here. This is not a debate. As I've always said constantly on this show, this is not a debate or hold her accountable show, guys.
Right.
I'm not that person. You either shoot your shot, as Alexia and I say, keep it player. You know what I'm saying? If you can't keep it player, then this ain't the show for you. Anyway, we moving on. Tori, go ahead, man. I was about to kick you. I was about to boot you. If you're not doing that, then we're not here for that, because we don't. That's not keeping it player, going back and forth. Anyway.
Absolutely, and just because I don't agree with what you're saying, like I said, you can have your opinion, and that's why we're not compatible. It should never be, well, you need to do this, because I'm 35 years old. I'm not changing. So
right.
It's over with.
I think one of my mods said that in the chat too. How you gonna tell a woman that's not yours how to talk? You know what I'm saying? Right. You know what I'm saying? And even, we don't own anybody anyway, but still, I get what he's saying. So 35, no kids, right? 5'4". For those inquiring, I always ask this question, Alexia, so I'm not singling you out. What's because we can see you on screen and things like that, but what are your measurements?
5'4.5".
Yeah, you always put that half on.
Size 6 in kids, 7.5 in women's. Medium in shirts. Jeans, I wear a size 11. I don't know the rest of it, but I think it's 34. My waist is 34. I don't know.
She said,
you can just go to Alexia Adams 24 on Instagram. You see what I look like.
You see what I look like? Yeah. What you like? What, 135, 140?
No, I'm 160.
160. And you say I don't know if you're 11. I don't know if you're that much, but yeah. Anyway, I'm not saying that as I don't think, just by looking at your pictures, and obviously you guys can see the thumbnail, I don't think that she's 11. Yeah, but I feel you, like, none of that. Tori, man, you
fluctuates to be like 9, 10, 11. It depends on who the company is.
Yeah, say less. Mm-hmm. Hey, Tori, what it is, man? What you doing, man? What's up?
Hey, what's up? Yeah, I wanted some advice, because me, I I have a hard time, like, meeting women and attracting women because, I'm not around females that much. And I just wanted some advice with that. Because, I haven't, like, talked to any females since high school.
So what's your question for Alexia?
What would you, like, say to that? Like, what kind of advice would you give me?
I would just say, F all that and just be yourself. Like, you don't need to expect someone to come talk to you. Just be yourself. And if you're interested in someone, go speak to them, and then you'll find out if they like you or not.
Okay.
I'm just like, she keeping it funky, but yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
All right. All right. Thank you.
Hey, no worries. Thanks for calling in, bro.
All right.
Later. I thought he was going to shoot a shot. Sorry about that. Yeah. All right. Good advice. This is a beautiful woman telling y'all what to do. So, and when I say tell you, it's just that easy. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap it up, because I told you 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying? We go ahead, wrapping it up and debating and stuff like that. You've been a pleasure. Anything that we missed that you might want people to know, other than I know I wanted you to tell people to reach you at, but anything that I might have missed?
Instagram is Alexia Adams 24, Twitter Little Lex 24, Facebook I only have my family and friends on there, so don't worry about that one. And then like I said, we have a podcast called The Reality Table. It typically airs Mondays at 8 p.m. We talk about life, love, and reality, showing Albany State some love. Class 07, that part, yes sir. I'm an Albany State Ramhead. I graduated 2010, so I'm a Golden Ram. But yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Alexia Adams 24. I have also a detox juice called Alexia's Drink to Shrink. It's on IG as well. And follow us on The Reality Table. Airs Mondays at 8 p.m.
And guys, all Alexia's information as well as her show is pinned in the chat. Where can they watch the show?
Put a ring on it?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you got the OWN app or Filippo or something like that, all you gotta do is type in Put a Ring on It season 2. I'm season 2 Alexia Adams on there, but you can find it on the OWN demand, I believe, and then some other things. So yeah.
Got you for sure. And I think it's on Discover too. Like
Discover. Yep, I think they just added it on Discover.
Hulu. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot to ask you this, Alexia, and I'm gonna let you go. So age wise, is there a cap in terms of like guys and as far as their age? Because I always ask.
30s, I think cutoff would be 48 for me.
48 cutoff. Yeah, you're not venturing into the 50s and 60s. Okay.
Tried that.
Say less. not good. Okay. So y'all know where to reach Alexia at. Like I said, her information is pinned in there. Y'all can make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Follow her on Instagram. And also check out season 2 on. Y'all can just Google it and it'll show you where all to watch it at. Season 2 of that, Alexia Adams. And with that being said, of course, Alexia, it has been a pleasure. I appreciate you tuning in. Look forward to big things that y'all gonna be doing on that side of town, as well as everything upcoming. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you coming on.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, have a good night.
Bye.
All right, bye. All right, folks, and that has been another episode 10 of the Cuffin' Reasons. I appreciate all you guys rocking with me. Like I said, this isn't a debate show. You know what I'm saying? This isn't a debate show to debate with women. It's either you can shoot your shot like bro did. He had a question. You got a question. By all means, you can do that as well. You know what I'm saying? We coming up on episode 11. I don't know if I'm gonna end the season right here. I might just end the season and then just reconvene in the summertime. Y'all let me know. But obviously we're gonna be jumping into some new things in terms of y'all folks I've asked and folks have spoken in terms of talking about the average man. So, we're gonna be going live, a lot more frequently, discussing the average man and the average woman, you know what I'm saying, and how we can bridge that gap and things like that. So shit, bro, this is not a vibe show. Shoot your shot. Yeah, facts. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, shout out to everybody, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. If you're interested in being this isn't just for women. Fellas, if you want to be on the show as well, make sure you shoot me a DM on IG or email me at jrwisdomunlimited@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram. I'll follow you back. Y'all know the vibes. You know what I'm saying? It's easy like Sunday morning and shoplifting. So, what she do? If you haven't watched it, make sure you guys watch the entire episode one time for the algorithm. Where we at with the likes? You know, we should be at 100 likes right now. Run it up. Mods, where we at with the likes? I don't know if it's updated. We at 82 right now. It should be at 100. Easy. If you're in here, it's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. Just hit that like button before we get out of here. Helps promote the video. And, you know, guys, purchase all the books, merch, things like that. All the links are in the description. And with that being said, listen, man, whoever's next, hit me up. We're going to have you on here so you can find the love of your life. And that's what we're all about on this channel, man. So you guys have been great. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. And I am out of here. Peace be upon you all. Gratitude and blessings to all of you. I appreciate y'all rocking with me during this time. Peace be upon you all. The mercy and blessings of the Almighty. I'm going to catch you guys on the next one. I'm out of here. Peace. Yeah.